Hi guys, this is CryptoStar here. I wanted to post this MAG7 video, short video, um, just to help some of the guys that not too sure how and what to look for the MAG7 entry. I've been using this strategy for a couple of times, and so far it's been working quite well for me. I would like to obviously get some feedback from the more advanced guys, specifically on this, and see if there's any way or anything else we can look at to get a better entries or better exits on this specifically. What I normally work on, look, I'm not a big technical analyst. I like the indicators. It helps me, and it basically alerts me of a potential good trade. Obviously not all of them are, but for me that obviously works a lot, and still has to monitor the screen now and then. It's just a good heads up for, can this be a potential good trade. So I like to work on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. As you can see, I obviously got the time synced, so it helps me just so if I paste on this side, I can exactly see what's going on the other side. So I'm going to track this trade from this morning as an example, what I look for. Now we can see there was a previous MAG7 as well. Now on CR's videos on the MAG7, he talks about the and I've been watching those videos more than once, a lot of times, and every time I watch it I pick up something new. This yellow magnetic ribbon that dumps down and comes back and dumps down and comes back again, every time it turns back to the green, that's normally when I start looking for a potential entry. I mean, I would have watched it here. I've got a GPS dot, which means like buy, not always. I've got the green dot as well, and I start looking for all the signals, the MAG7 signals. Didn't get one there, and it started going up again, so I left it. Same story for me on this same channel here. I started looking on the other side as well, on the 15-minute, which what I mean by that is, if I look at this on this side, I could see that it was still in quite a downtrend. So the chances of me entering for the trade there wouldn't have been good there anyway. Let me just remove that drawings. So was waiting again, got the next one, which gave me a green dot at the bottom, C bars are filled, a bluish confirmation but not fully lit, and the lightning bar here is quite high. So I wouldn't have entered this trade again, because if I looked at the right hand side on the 15-minute, again, I would see that in there it's still on the downtrend. It's not turning back in or anything. So I would have left that trade alone as well, even though it's very tempting. I would have waited it out and saw the next MAG7 signal popping up. Now, what I normally look for is the following. I look for the green dot, and if I get the green dot, if I get the MAG7 blue dot after the green dot, that's normally when I'm quite alert at this current signal, because that's when I start looking at this might be a good entry. I've seen sometimes you do get a good entry if it's the MAG7 and the green dot right beneath it, but so far every time the green dot's in front of it, it's like, I don't know, it's just, for me, it works out to a better percentage rate of entering for that specific MAG7 signal. So there it gave me the green dot, and it started with this, as CR call them, the train tracks starting to pop up, which is also another good signal for me. I think we should make that one of the Magnificent 8, because that should be an extra signal that we can start using. So that gives me some confidence. I then normally look to enter my trade as soon as I get confirmation from this MAG7. I can see on the right hand side, the 15, that time frame, I got a green dot as well. I can see it start turning back, so that it does look good. Keeping in mind that this is historical data, it's always easier now looking at it than when you're in the trade. But after trying this and backtesting it more than once, a couple of times, your eyes will start learning and seeing for the right things on this. I did get some advice from the other guys so far, in the sense of, I normally just use a limit order and I sit and wait it out, which is quite scary, because as you can see, it retraces a little bit back and then it goes up. So they suggested to rather start looking for a buy box. So what I've looked at it is, most of the times, every time there's a MAG7 signal, now if it's a red or blue dot, doesn't matter, there is definitely a retrace. So if I take the top of that candle to the bottom of that MAG7 candle, just going to make this big quickly. As you can see, it does come down both candles and fills the box. Not always fully, but it comes down and hits it. So if you do take a limit order and it's too high, you might miss that whole trade. Instead, with a ladder will definitely get you filled up going upwards. So on that candle specifically, I start looking again at all the the MAG7 signals. C bars are filled up. Still a little bit red, but the candle afterwards I got full confirmation. C bars, bright blue dot, white bar coming up, wave starting to turn blue, money flows, short-term money flows up, and I can see the lightning is popping up as well. So for me, this would have been a good trade. So what I normally do is I go into my green bar there just to give me a realistic view on the other side, and I sit and look at the 15-minute, and as soon as I get a MAG7 on the 15-minute as well, it just confirms that the MAG7 that I got here is a solid signal. So that's when I have a little bit more, how can I say, faith in this call, that it can definitely go upwards. Obviously, what I try and do is I try and put a stop loss, I put a stop loss on the previous candle from the MAG7. So normally I would put it in there. Okay, let me just open this up higher. I would put it in there, and it all depends on the size of this candle. If this candle becomes too long, I'll probably move this up because I don't want to lose a lot of money on the trade, since again I cannot see where this trade will be going, but I do have a good guesstimate where it will go. So your stop loss is up to you where you want to put it. I'm putting it there at the previous candle. And I obviously start planning ahead, money taking, where I do want to take my profits. And as we always get taught, first baseline, you can take your 90% and let the rest run and see where it goes. So this trade obviously was left and it ran. It does come back a little bit. I could see on the right hand side again, is it going down? Is it not going down? We still had all the confirmations for the train track. So I was quite happy to leave this trade running as it is. Got confirmation to take some profit, got another confirmation to take some profit, got another confirmation to take some profit. So what I then obviously do is I start, if I pass this on the 15-minute and I still wanted to see if I'm on the right track with this, I start looking at the high time frames as well. I like the 15, the 30 and the 1 hour. So I'll go to the 30-minute, start waiting and see if I do get another MAG7 indication. I saw obviously I got a great GPS buy dot there. It might not show me a MAG7, but that's a good indication with the rest of the MAG7 signals that everything is definitely flowing up. Again, train tracks are there, nice blue magnetic ribbon, all going upwards. Then 1 hour, same story. I would see in the 1 hour we got a perfect MAG7 entry as well. If we looked at that, that was the green dot at the bottom. We had a MAG7 signal on the candle afterwards, and perfect. All the rest of the confluences are there. Yeah, I mean, that's what I try and use, and that's what I look for specifically. I haven't tested it on the red dots yet, and to be honest, I think it can actually work exactly on the same sense. Someone did suggest I just invert the chart to see it as we normally see it. Now, yes, it does work and it looks great, but for me using Bybit Pro still for my entries, I do get confused a little bit. What's buy and what's sell, and I buy and sell, and then long story short, I fall out a little bit. So I'll definitely play around with this a little bit more, but it will work on the same base as the rest. We'll look for a red dot at the bottom. Next bar will be a MAG7 red, which will confirm it. You can either put that in as a buy box as well, and yes, you would have been filled up a little bit, and this again would have been after a nice blue magnetic ribbon. Downwards it goes. So stop loss at the previous candle, which will be there, and we would have write it out. I can see now the MAG7 down, red MAG7 signals are obviously the opposite of the blue one. So C bars are empty, great. I can see the lightning is starting to turn down, short-term money flows down, long-term money flows down, and the bars are down. So obviously look for all 7 of those signals as well. And I can start seeing again the C train dots started to appear there as well. So again, just take profit where you aim for it, stick to your plan, and let the rest ride and move your stop loss. Yeah, look, I hope this helps somebody out there. If there's any questions, I mean, please ask. Let's see what we can look at. Or if you've got some suggestions, please share. Let's make this community the best it is. Help the new guys out there as well that does feel a little bit on their own. And let's see where you can take this. Thanks, guys. God bless.